getting close to the end of the business and market week that started Monday. So it's Thursday, the 12th of December. Quite a whole lot to walk through this morning for the Frontier Africa. Again, from a couple of external news overnight, with OPEC reporting that the global oil demand for this year has been revised downwards again for the fifth time so far this year. We're waiting for the International Energy Agency to also publish its own report later today. OPEC says global oil demand is down by 160,000 barrels per day. He also spoke about how Iran and Libya has been able to ramp up on their production, taking the production output for the period ended November to a very higher level. Saudi Arabia remained largely unchanged, around 9 million barrels per day. Iraq is compensating for some of its previous output. So all of that in the news, keep that in mind. Oil prices now still swimming towards $73 a barrel. Again, we're looking at the economic stimulus data out of moves out of China. We saw U.S. inflation came in yesterday in line with expectations. All of that will have implications for emerging Africa. Let's see that where we finished off Wednesday, the Nigerian market, the banking sector, oil and gas, industrial, insurance, consumer goods finished in the green. And that was 0.31%, solidified the 98,000 level. The BIVM in Cote d'Ivoire eked out just 5 basis points. The Egyptian stock market got a turnaround from a negative 1.2% Tuesday to 0.4% positive Wednesday. The Nairobi stock market was down by 0.75%, booking some profit from 119 in the previous session. Johannesburg Stock Exchange fell below the 85,000 reading. That's it, as it were. The rand trading around 17.7 to the dollar yesterday. The naira also eked out some gain, about 1.3% on the dollar to 1,525 at the new window created by the central bank. Let's just take it further to East Africa and see a couple of headlines. The IMF has told Kenya, don't blame us for the deadly protest that greeted the new tax regime that was introduced around a couple of months ago under the new Finance Act for 2024. Protests greeted that between June and July, about 2 dozens at least, deaths were recorded, and all of that, billions of shillings in property damage. President Ruto had to withdraw that, and all that still in the news, by the way. Take it from the top with the DR Congo launching a 120 kilowatt solar plant, while Kenya says it's suspending levies on import levies on cereals that are brought into the country. Rwanda is looking to get $25 million Abu Dhabi fund to elevate water security. We've seen a similar story play out in South Africa, with the municipalities and some of the counties unable to get water to the people. That's a major story in Africa's most advanced economy. The I&M Group, which of course include the I&M Bank, reporting out of Kenya, is a extraordinary general meeting done just about 2 days ago. 86.5 million new shares were allotted to shareholders. The share capital of the group was also raised, all in line with the Kenyan Central Bank looking to tell all the banks to raise their capital adequacy ratio almost 10 times. Keep that in mind. Let's get out of the East African corridor and take it to West Africa. I spoke about oil production earlier, and the output from Libya, 141,000 barrels per day. Iran doing 37,000 plus barrels per day. Watch Renewables is a Nigerian company, says it's secured about $15 million in debt funding to support Nigeria's solar projects within the country. That's good. Ghana economy next door grew 7.2% in third quarter. That's the economy that the new president, John Mahama, who is coming back into office, will be inheriting anytime soon as he takes office in the days ahead. Mali, the arrest that has been made, and in Niger Republic, site seizure for mining is rattling Western companies doing mining business in these two countries north of Nigerian corridor on the back of the coming back of military regime in those two countries and a few other neighbors there within the ECOWAS sub-region. I'm going Southern Africa. Zimbabwean government under Emerson Mnangagwa is looking to raise about 100 million US dollars in infrastructure fund from the VFEX, that's Victoria Foreign Exchange, a dollar-only exchange. Not so good news, only about 0.1% of companies in South Africa pay about 72% of all company income tax. The data is out. This SARS has to collect a whole lot more tax. Namibia says its beef exports surged 44% so far in the year, while the South Africa retail sales surprises surging to a two-year high despite the northeast state of the economy and the consumer spending that's been a little bit dented in the year so far. Zimbabwe says it wants 25%, about 26% of free carry stake in new mining projects. Any new mining projects sent forward, the state says it wants 26% free carry on that. We've seen a similar story play out in Zimbabwe and in Botswana, where the new president is asking the beers and other mining companies for diamonds to renegotiate deals for the country and put a fair share of those extractive resources in the pockets of the government and the common people in those countries. Let's take it to North Africa. Egypt is looking to finalize the startup charter that will boost that sector from the first quarter of 2025. The United Bank says it has completed $94 million worth of share sales that was done on the EGX. That was done about £13.95. 85 on the exchange. You got a whole lot of that report out there. You can read more on that from the Africa report. Tunisia's the High Committee for Private Electricity Production has approved two tenders for 1,700 megawatts, and that's part of what Tunisia is doing to get a whole lot more energy sustainability in the country. So you got about energy, and a whole lot more around that. But that's all we've got for you this Thursday, the 12th of December, on your Frontier Opening Bell. Do have a great day, everyone. Have a profitable day, whatever you're doing. Make sure it's a profitable for this day and the days ahead. I'll see you soon.